mutton is always stylish and it puts on a great fare on your dinner table. Very, very in tune with the festivities that Diwali brings. However, most people do not really attempt cooking a whole leg of mutton because it requires a lot of precision and drama. However, I managed to crack the perfect leg of mutton quite by accident, creating a stylish affair. Let's get to creating this magic now. No Diwali party at my place is ever complete without my milk braised leg of mutton. The sheer indulgence that milk brings to soften the meat, yet giving it that star spice quality, is what creates a star stunner. While I cracked this recipe quite by accident, the sheer end result is by far indulgence at its peak. To start off, in my bowl I've got 2 legs of mutton, that is about 2.5 kgs. All I'm going to do is season it and give it a generous sprinkling of some salt. While I'm using a rosemary lavender sea salt just to give it that modern Indian twist, you can go right ahead and use any salt that suits your fancy. Be a little generous and go as liberal as you can, because this is what's going to just scent the entire creation out here. With this great sprinkling of salt, we're just going to allow this to mix, marinate with each other and sit for at least 20 minutes. In the meantime, let's get to creating the sheer gravy that ends up simmering this gorgeous meat. With the mutton marinating with the rosemary lavender salt into a cast iron pan, I've taken about 60 ml of clarified butter or ghee, and you just want it to melt and give you that burst of heat coming through. Now is the time to add a lot of whole spices. So in this entire bowl I've got black cardamoms, and I'm going to use nearly 6 of them just to give it that robust flavor. 6 black cardamoms going in, about 2 inches of cinnamon going in, about 15 cardamoms and 10 cloves just going to scent this gorgeous creation. As this gets nice and flavorful and you get the sharp scents, in goes a teaspoon and a half of fennel seeds just to splutter and create that gorgeous magic. 4 bay leaves roughly torn up just to scent this entire creation. 4 whole green chilies just split into half going in. About 2 inches of ginger finely minced. About 12 cloves of garlic finely minced is just going to create this sharp and strong flavor that's going to scent our leg of mutton. You don't want this to burn nor brown, you just want it to accentuate each other. Into this goes about 3 red onions that I've finely sliced. We're just going to allow all this to saute and get near translucent, absorbing the flavors that everything brings to this creation. As the onions have softened, giving out all its sheer sweetness, in goes 2 tablespoons of whole Kashmiri chilies that I had boiled and pureed. So I have taken about 12 Kashmiri chilies, boiled it, pureed it, and we are just going to mix this gorgeous red hue, giving it the heat but not the spice into this glorious creation. The gorgeous earthiness that this classic dish brings comes alive with some roasted coriander powder. So here I'm just going as liberal as I can with 4 tablespoons of coriander powder going in, and we're just going to saute it and bask in the earthy glory. The only heat that this dish gets comes about with about 3/4 tablespoon of black pepper powder, and we are just going to mix it all, allow it to stain and give it that robust reddish brown hue before adding in the glorious marinated mutton. So as this has mixed in, all I'm going to do is take 2 of these legs and put them right in. As you've allowed the mutton to sear and sear on every side at least for 15 minutes on the highest possible flame, now is the time to add in the milk. So here I've got about 1 liter of milk just going in to balance out all the flavor and the texture, giving it that glorious emulsion. I'm going to reserve a little bit to add in as this simmers. All this needs now is 2 hours of simmering on the slowest possible simmer. Halfway through the process, all you need to do is check it, add more milk if required, or just bask in its overall glory. The best part about this milk braised leg of mutton is put everything into a pot, leave it for 2 hours, 2.5 hours to simmer gloriously well, and just go about doing your thing. It's a great dish to create, yet you end up looking like a star. 2.5 hours up, this is done, and it's time to check this glorious creation. Moment of truth, gorgeously created and simmering to a glorious texture. The raan is cooked beautifully well, and all you need to do now is give it a slight sprinkle of some fresh leaves of coriander, even a teaspoon just to aid in the freshness. This is a star stunner all by itself. Well, you can allow this to cool down and blitz the gravy to a fine, smooth consistency, or just go right ahead and enjoy it just like that. The sheer star is the leg of mutton that has cooked beautifully well, and it just falls off the bone. While I'm going to enjoy this with just some gorgeous pea pulao, you can go right ahead, pair it with a salad and have it with some naan on the side. Don't forget to share loads of love by hitting on the like button, and as I always say, don't forget to subscribe.